Maurice DuBois is with us still. He's down in the square. Maurice, when I was there yesterday, I spoke to people who were staying in the vicinity so that they can rush back the moment they hear a pope may have been chosen. What are you seeing? What are you hearing from your vantage point?
Well, you know what? That's exactly what happens when a pope is chosen, right? The white smoke, the bells start ringing, and then the place floods with people. Right now, it's flooded with people on the outside, mostly, of the gates. One of them I'm joined by right now is Father Patrick Briscoe. You are a Dominican friar. You're from the New York area. You're a journalist. Before we get to the whole moment here, let's just describe what you do as a Dominican friar. What's your point of view? What's your vantage point?
Well, my task in the life of the church is really preaching. That's our charism, what we call our special mission.
Anytime, anywhere?
Anytime, anywhere. On the streets, but on the web. This is the new Areopagus we talk about, the new marketplace, the new public square of the exchange of ideas. So I host a podcast with a couple friars, and then I'm the editor of our Sunday Visitor at National Catholic Magazine.
And people can see your work there and widely. So let's talk about the church itself in America. There are some 53 million Catholics, right? The mission is to obviously grow that or not erode. What are your thoughts on who the next pope should be for that to happen? Or the type of person that should be for that to happen?
It's an incredible question, because when you start thinking about the influence that the Church in the United States has, it's very disproportionate to our actual population. The Catholics in the United States make up about 7% of Catholics in the world, which is not so much. But we know that it's Catholics in the U.S. that contribute substantially to the finances of the Vatican, to the Holy See, and to the world's important humanitarian projects. And that represents a kind of outside voice. And there are many concerns that come along with that. Of course, one is the concern for increased transparency when it comes to Vatican finances, for accountability to resolve the ongoing clerical sexual abuse crisis. But underneath it, even more important than those things, I think, for Catholics in the United States, is a call for a pope who would be very evangelical, who would have a kind of spirit, a charisma to go out to the world, to continue to build up the life of the Church, to engage those Catholics that have fallen away, that are disengaged, and to really reach out to people and bring them in.
So are we talking another Francis, or go in a different direction, shall we say?
I think it will be impossible to get away from the Pope's kind of style. I mean, whoever succeeds him will have to have that kind of sense of energy, but it'll probably be mixed with, as the cardinals have been talking about, greater clarity and a little bit more theological precision.
One more thought. What are you feeling here with this show of humanity? There are thousands upon thousands of people in this vicinity right now. What's it like? How do you describe it?
I'm just grinning from ear to ear, because it's so beautiful to see how diverse the Church actually is. The whole world is on display here. I saw a little flag from Slovenia as I was walking in, and I thought, well, there's not a Slovenian contender, but there are people here very excited to represent themselves, and you see it all throughout the square.
Right, you bet. Father, thank you. Really appreciate your insight. And guys, as we send it back to you, literally people from everywhere here, people on a pilgrimage, people who just happen to be on vacation, people trying to soak in this moment, and we're here to share it with them.